Hey, what's up for Life Without Pants with another Path of Exile video, and in today's video we're going to go over the challenges. It's just a little, we're 117 in the queue. We did pretty well, so we're just going to go over some of the challenges to see what we got in store for us. Spoiler alert, for Lake of Kalandra. The first one we got here: learning the ropes, allocate a passive mastery, equip a magic utility flask, identify a rare item. I think that's going to be pretty easy for most people, probably by the time they get to Lionized Watch. Oh no, maybe a little bit later. So this is Act 1 kind of stuff. Enter the lake of Kalandra and open a reward chest while in the Lake of Kalandra, and enter a Lake of Kalandra with at least 6 reflections. So this is going to be something you could get done during the campaign. Complete the vendor recipes, life or mana flask. So just in case you didn't know, there's a vendor recipe where you can 3-to-1 upwards a life or a mana flask. So you can get 3 small life flasks and it will get you a medium life flask. Ruby, topaz or sapphire ring, you can get an iron ring and vendor it with any skill gem of that particular color. So if it's a red skill gem, you get a ruby ring. So that's how you do that one. Chromatic orb, if you find a red, green and blue linked item, then it will always vendor into a chromatic orb. And chaos orbs is a chaos recipes. Now I'll put a link in the description below to a vendor recipe video I've done just recently, so you can smash these out of the park real quick. Defeat these Act 1 bosses. I feel like you'll probably get these done by the end of Act 1. Exile against the world, you've got kill a possessed monster, open a strongbox, kill a rogue exile, activate an echoing shrine. These are all stuff you can probably get done in maps very easily. Shape the lake, open itemized open/itemize lakes of Kalandra, move blockages, move entrances, swap reflections, change a water tile into an empty water tile. So this is going to be some Lake of Kalandra content. Defeat these Act bosses number 2. These are going to be, these are all going to be done by the second round of the campaign once you're out of Act 10. Equip unique items of the following types. I think amulet, belt, body armor, boots, etc. is all going to be fine and easy. You'll find plenty of those. Complete essence encounters. This one's going to be a bit tough because I think the essence monster is going to be a little bit scary this league. Use a remnant of corruption on essence monoliths in maps. So just in case you didn't know, if you find an essence of misery, envy, dread or scorn, then you should always be using a remnant of corruption on it, because it will turn into one of these, essence of hysteria, insanity, horror or delirium. So be chucking your remnants of corruption on those and you'll get both of these very easily. Defeat an essence monster with at least 3 shrieking essences in an area of level 81 or higher. So these are all like level 14 or tier 14 maps, etc. Defeat 2 essence monsters with at least 6 essences within 5 seconds of each other. This is if you have that Atlas passive node where essences are sometimes doubled. Complete abyss encounters. Just a bunch of abysses in maps. Go through the abyssal depths and kill Amanamu. I think that's the guy's name. Complete at least 5 abysses in a single map, which is tier 14 or higher. This one's going to be a little bit difficult. You're probably going to need a scarab and maybe an enchanted map or map device. Defeat Ulaman, Sovereign of the Well, or Amamamu, Legion of the Lightless, in an area of level 83 or higher. So you're going to be doing tier 16 abysses there. Complete ambush encounters. These are going to be relatively easy. The Vile Vessel, I can't remember if there's one in Adziri's Vaults. I think there is one in Adziri's Vaults. I'm not sure if this will count because it says rare and corrupted strongboxes, and I think the one in Adziri's Vault is unique, so maybe one to look out for. Unlock the lake. So there's reroll ability, skip ability, and exile ability that you can get for fully unlocking the following Lake of Kalandra reflection abilities. Heist encounters. This is going to be like eating gravel for some people. Level a heist job to level 5. Open reward chests in contracts of level 81 or higher. Complete contracts of level 81 or higher. Complete enchanted armaments blueprint with at least 3 wings, and the same goes for thieves trinkets or currency, replicas or experimented items, and then unusual gems as well. So I think those, you can knock those out in a day easily. You just might not enjoy it that much. Complete Legion encounters, so 30 Legion encounters, relatively easy. Open war hordes. There are some, I think it's nodes on the passive tree that allow you to have, each Legion has a war horde, so that you can get those very, very easily. Unlock the 5-slot map device. You can do that by putting 4 timeless emblems into your map device, 4 different ones. I wouldn't suggest using the Maraketh one. Just use the Val, the Templar, those other ones, the cheap ones basically. Receive at least 25 rewards from a single domain of the timeless conflict encounter. You'll probably get this when you do the map device, because 25 is, as far as I remember, not too difficult. I think it's one line along the bottom is around 20. So if you just a little bit, you'll be fine. There's some blight stuff in here as well. Complete blight encounters, 30 of those. Kill blight bosses in areas of level 81 or higher. Complete rare and corrupted blight map with at least 8 mods, that is tier 14 or higher, and complete a rare and corrupted blight ravage map with at least 5 mods. So you don't have to corrupt so many blight ravage mods this time, maps this time. That's going to be nice. Complete expedition encounters. So you got to use vendor refresh currency. I think everybody's going to be using 2-gen refresh currency in order to find those divines. Complete expedition encounters in 81 or higher or tier 14 maps with 5 or more remnants active. Complete expedition logbooks in 81 with 15 or more remnants active, and an expedition boss. So if you find a logbook with an expedition boss, it's got some value in it, because these ones, there's some that are difficult of these challenges to do sometimes, and this is going to be one of those ones. We'll talk about another unique map one later on. So discover the lake, complete 14 of the following types of reflections in the Lake of Kalandra. So, I mean, you've got lots of them here. You just need to do 14 total. Achieve ascension. So this is basically do normal, lab, cruel, merciless, and eternal. So if you get your 8 points on in your ascendancy, then you're going to be fine with that. Have a socketed skill gem reach at least level 26. So that's going to be interesting depending on where you get. It's going to be, you're going to have a level 21 gem and then just 5 levels from gear, around. Harvested life force. I'm looking forward to doing this one. Harvest crops 100 harvest plots, I guess that is. Used life force 7,500. So there's quite a lot to be done there. That's 250 fire reforges, I think. 250 basically, standard reforges. Defeat a harvest boss. They said there's going to spawn a lot more frequently, so I hope that's true. And harvest Heart of the Grove, because now you can't. You can actually trade these, I suppose, if somebody finds a harvest boss and then they advertise on the Forbidden Trove or something. Tainted crafting. Use 7 of the following crafting methods on an item. I don't think you have to use them all on the same item, because Mythic Orb is going to either just turn it into nothing. But yeah, most of these I think is going to be very, very easy. Form the lake, so obtain any of the 4 following items from the Lake of Kalandra in the following ways. So mirroring a ring or amulet from the ethereal reflecting mist. This is just more stuff that we don't really know about yet from the reflecting mist. I think the penumbra ring, let me just check off screen here. I think the penumbra ring was a base type that had the increased curse effect on it. Is it penumbra? Yeah, left ring slot 30% reduced effective curses on you, right ring slot 30% increased effective curses on you. So these are some of the new base types that we're getting for jewelry. It's going to be pretty powerful. Complete each of the following unique maps. Now, this is what I was talking about before. So Acton's Nightmare Careblad, all these are really relatively easy to get hold of, apart from Dariani's Machinarium. Now, the easiest way, if you're solo self-found, probably the easiest way is just singular scouting reports from Kirak is probably the easiest way to get hold of it. You can also get it from Ahuatlitli the Blind. This guy, he turns up in the Grand Architect's Temple in Delve, and he doesn't always drop it. So just be wary. He does not always drop it. I think I found one of these early on last league in Sentinel, and it was one of the challenges then. And it started off at, I price checked it because I was like, oh, that's interesting. Why is it so expensive on Filter Blade's loot filter? And it was like 2 exalts. This is when exalts were worth something. And by the end of the league, it was, I think, 14 exalts. So maybe something good to hold on to if you're, if you want to try and invest. Crafting, use the following currency in the crafting bench. You got to use all of them. So divines, exalts. I think regals, fusings, alts, alchemies, jewelers, glassblowers, chromatics, and chaos are going to be fine for most people. But I think the divine and exalted is going to be a bit difficult for that one. Pantheon of the Gods, just basically you need to upgrade 2 major pantheons and 2 minor pantheons, and that's fully perfect extension. So Eternal Labyrinth of Fortune, Eternal Labyrinth of Opportunity, and Eternal Labyrinth of Potential. You have to complete each of these. These are the level, I think they're level 81 labyrinths. So you get these from Gift from the Goddess, Blessing of the Goddess. Is that what it's called? Dedication, Tribute, and Gift to the Goddess. So that's where you get those. But you can't get those from Harvest anymore, so you're going to have to buy them from a lab runner. So I think Gift to the Goddess is going to be very, very expensive this league. Overcome the Lake, defeat unique map bosses in the Lake of Kalandra while area is level 81 or higher. So we just got some cold, fire, map, lightning, physical, and chaos bosses here. Trip down memory lane, complete 6 of the following types of Atlas memories where they have started on tier 14 or a higher map. So start your memories on tier 14 for this, and you'll be able to get a bunch of this stuff. Some of those are looking really juicy as well, by the way. Trial of Chaos, defeat the Trial Master. He's back. I'm looking forward to that. Modified Atlas grind, complete maps with a total of 6,000 explicit modifiers. So the most you can get is 8. I don't know if a unidentified one only counts as 1, but 6,000, that's, I mean, it's around, you're looking at 1,000 to 1,500 maps basically. Even if you had 8 like corrupted 8 mod maps, that's still 750. So there's going to be a lot of, you're going to have to do a lot of maps for that. Defeat any of the 2 following unique Beyond bosses. So with these are basically the Scourge bosses that are back. So just, have to kill a couple of those. Complete 77 reflections while there is difficulty 7 in a Lake of Kalandra, which is level 77 or area level 77 or higher. And then Unnatural Foes. We've got basically doing some more Arch Nemesis stuff. So Corpse Detonator, Corrupt, Mirror Image, all these things. That's gonna, I think you'll come across that in mapping relatively easily. Defeat 50 Elder Guardians, Shaper Guardians, or Elder Slayers in maps. So that's, I mean, you're gonna have to do at least 12 for your invites anyway. So that's basically just do, all your invites, I think 3 times. 4.01 times, 4.1 times, and you'll be fine. Divine Revenge, defeat 6 rare monsters with any of the following Arch Nemesis Pantheon modifiers. So basically, when you get, the Solaris touch and Solaris turns, or Lunaris or Solaris turn up and start crapping all over your map, or when Innocence turns up and starts doing his big old laser beams, that's going to count towards that, and you only have to do 6 of them, so that doesn't sound too bad. Insurmountable Corruption is complete 30 tier 16 rare maps while they have at least 8 mods. And maps having 8 mods is a potential outcome of Val Orb Corruption. These maps are completed by killing their unique bosses. And Sextant Scarabs and Kirak mods do not count towards the mods of this challenge. So basically, start corrupting lots and lots of maps. You only have to do 30 of them. It's not too many. They've made, honestly, I feel like they made these a lot easier this league. Conquer the Lake, so complete 8 of the following types of Lake of Kalandra reflections while they're at least difficulty 10, tier 3, and an area of level 83. So there's just, you've got to do your Beyond, your Legions, etc. Complete Deadly Encounters in Style. Defeat any of the 3 following endgame bosses in the specified way. So at Ziri in the Alluring Abyss without being hit by Flame Blast. I mean, you had to do that. That's how you had to complete that anyway. So that one should be pretty easy. All the Crystal King in area of level 81 or higher without being hit by Crystalline Fissures. That's going to be a little finicky. Syndicate Mastermind in level 83 area without allowing any volatile skeletons to raise from the ground. So that's going to be a little bit... Val Omnitect in level 83 area without taking any damage from flamethrowers after it has finished using flamethrowers at least once. Val Omnitect is this little, it's the Roomba, the battle Roomba at the top of the Temple of Matsuwatl. And Chayula, who dreamt in an area of level 81 or higher without being hit by Chaos Cyclone projectiles after they have used Chaos Cyclone at least 3 times. That's going to be a little bit, it's going to be difficult, that one. So then we've got the last 2, Almighty Clash. Defeat any 4 of the following pinnacle bosses while area is level 85. So this is basically the uber bosses that we had last league, and there's there's 7 of them, and you just have to do 4. So some of these you might just be able to pump enough damage into them that you can get it done. Others are going to be like Shaper, you have to run around all the time, and I had a really bad time with it last league. I did not enjoy those at all, so I might skip that one. And then completing endgame grinds. So level 100 I think is most attainable for most people if they stop rolling difficult mods on their maps. Tier 16 maps with Atlas memory modifiers, I think that's going to be pretty easy for most people as well. Complete reflections of at least difficulty 3 in area level 83, Lakes of Kalandra. That's probably fine. I mean, it's a grind, so there's 500 of those. Defeat any Delve boss, Syndicate Mastermind, Bestiary boss, or Val Omnitech. 80 of those. So you could do 80 Temple of Assawathals if you wanted to. Or you could just go and do 80 Venomous fights if you wanted. And then complete Maven invitations out of 50. I think that's going to be relatively easy, because you have to do at least 8 if you want to complete your Atlas, and then maybe just pump out a bunch of Elder or Shaper Guardians. So yeah, I think it's looking a lot easier this league. I think we're gonna see a lot more people get the big totems. Anyway, that's it for me. It's only about an hour away, so I'm gonna make sure I've got snacks ready. I'm gonna eat something. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm gonna put the vendor recipe video in the bottom there, and I hope you're kind to everyone you meet. I love it all very much, and I'll see you in Lake of Kalandra. Thanks.